Next lesson is about text animation, right? So text animation in After Effects in a multiple ways, in different ways can animate, right? First we have to understand about the text and the text layers and their properties. Yeah, text layer and animation in After Effects. In After Effects, text layers are vector based. What is that? Vector based, retaining quality at any scale and can be animated in sophisticated ways using built-in text animators, keyframes, or presets. So it is purely vector based. You can scale it to any size, so maintain the same quality. And here, creating and formatting text layers. First one, create a text layer, select the type tool, T icon in the tool, or press Ctrl plus Alt plus Shift plus. So it is what the process how to do all these things, right? So we do all by practically how to start and end all your text animations, right? So the process, you can skip this process. And animating text in After Effects, here there are three primary methods for animating text. It's very important. Three primary methods for animating text. One is using text animators. What is this? This name is text animators. So per character animation. This is the most powerful method, allowing you to animate properties of individual characters, words, or lines over a specified range. So individually, text by text, or word by word, or character by character, will animate there, right? It's very powerful. Mostly we use this. And here, add an animator in the timeline panel and expand your text layer and click. There is an animate button is there next to the text options. Then select a property, suppose example position, opacity, scale, or whatever, rotation and all. Then adjust properties. A new animator group appears. Inside this group, adjust the property to its end or start value. Example, set opacity to 0 to make text fade in. Use the range selector. Suppose this is for expand range selector. Okay. 1. Animate the starter offset properties with keyframes. Animating the offset from 100 to 100 over time will apply the animation sequentially across the text. Okay. Then refine the animation in the advanced properties of the range selector. You can change whether the animation is based on characters, words, or lines, and adjust ease high and ease low for smoother motion. Okay, just like ease in, ease out. The second one is using animation presets, right? So the second one, presets, many presets are available in After Effects. This is the fastest method. After Effects includes many pre-built text animations. In this open effects and presets, go to window and find the effects and presets. Browse presets in the pane. Expand the animation presets and text categories, right? Apply preset, drag and drop preset. Example, typewriter, select kind of text directly onto your text layer. The animation is automatically applied with the keyframes. You can adjust in the timeline by pressing the U key to reveal them, right? The third one is animating entire layer properties. Here you can use standard layer transform properties like PSRT, right? Position, scale, rotation, opacity. To move scalar, fade the entire block of text a single unit using traditional keyframing, just like any other layer, right? So these are regular animation style. This is the third one. Key concepts in After Effects. when you animate text here, so what you will get, the final conclusion, the key concepts are, these are vector layers. So main important thing is vector layers. Text remain sharp regardless of scale, and character versus paragraph text. Point text is a single line paragraph text, wraps within a bounding box. Source text, this property allows you to animate the text content itself, changing one word to another over time, and you can motion blur. So enable motion blur in the text layers and in the composition settings for more realistic and smooth animations, right? So these are the main important topics in the text layer and animation in Afterwards. Okay, here the conclusion is, here we have three ways we animate: text animators, keyframing method, or we use direct presets, right? So it's very, very important. Using the text animators, super character animator, this is the most powerful method. Like, first let us do this one. Use text animators. Yeah, this is my After Effects here, and create a new comp, and I'm using the default settings 1920 by 1080 and say OK. And this is, and here I'm using text tool. When you click on the text tool, here we have horizontal type tool and a vertical type tool is there, right? So as per your requirement you can choose this. So right now I'm using horizontal type. Okay, when you create a box type with left mouse, I'm dragging here up to here. Okay, and when you apply this, find the right side properties here. These are all the properties, the text properties. You see the font sizes and you can decrease and increase the size, font size. Okay, because it is a paragraph text. In this you can type the text. So here they are overlapped each other because here some settings has been changed, right? So let us keep this one. Okay, so add space between the paragraph here, so you can increase and decrease here. See, these are all the values here. See, add space after paragraph. So after paragraph you can add the space, or otherwise you can give the indent. Indent means the left margin. So here this side, and here this is the indent, the right side here, and this is indent first indent. This is the first line. And if you observe here, here we have left to right text direction. Suppose this is left to right, and this is right to left. Suppose this went outside, so click on the left to right text direction. And here we have, these are the point text and this is the box text. Suppose this is the box text and this is the point text, right? Like a pointed one. I will delete this one. Now type something like here it is, the word sentence, text in After Effects. Okay, and set this one and change the font size if you want. You can, this is the set the leading value. So suppose when you use this paragraph, then the leading value will appear, right? And here it is what, set the tracking for the selected character. So suppose this is the tracking. Okay, here I'm using something like 100. Yes, effects. This is the fill. Suppose if we don't want fill, we can off this, and here if you want to add the stroke color, you can add the stroke color. This is my stroke color, and of the visibility of the fill, and this is only with the stroke color, and increase the stroke. Suppose this is the stroke, okay, but here I am using the red fill, and outline is not required. Okay, this is a baseline shift. So baseline shift is moving bottom to top, top to bottom. So keep this as it is, and here it is set zoom the selected characters. Suppose here the selected characters are so moving, compressing each other, and here it is all caps. Okay, this is the small caps, right, and here this is what a superscript and a subscript, right. These are very important. Sometimes if you use the third anniversary, at the third RD, it must be on the top of the text here. So suppose here I'll add one more text here. Third anniversary. This should be in normal. Now select this only RD, and I'm using the superscript, or otherwise a subscript. So this is superscript and a subscript, right? Sometimes we use this one. Okay, delete this one for timing. We don't want that one. Okay, and increase the size, font size. Now we have the visibility, more visibility. And these are of course alignments. When you use paragraphs, there we can use these justifications and all, right? Yeah, keep this in center. Okay, this is very common. The text properties are there in After Effects also, same like your Word or MS Word or any Photoshop or Illustrator in any software, right? So basic alignments, properties. But let us here. So we have to animate text, right? So how to do that? Select here. Then the first method, Animator. We are using the Animator. So after selecting, how to select the text? Suppose here, right click and find here there is a text, okay, or otherwise directly from the text menu choose this text horizontal. Suppose I am using horizontal, and this is already we created this one, no need to create again. So yeah, so after selecting this one, here find the text layer. Okay, you can expand this. So you can expand this, then find the text. Okay, and here there is a animate button is there. It's very important to find this one, right? So same button available from the right side of properties. Here see there is a add animator. So suppose if you click here in the animate button, there are other details are showing. Enable per character 3D, anchor pointer, position, scale, skew, all these values, right? The same here available the right side also, the add animator, the same properties are available, right? You can choose from the properties panel or otherwise a texture, a layer. Okay, so from there choose animate, and then for time being choose position. Okay, the position. After choosing the position here, now see here the position. Here there is a add button is there. The more you can add here the property, and here I'm using opacity, right? What is this? Opacity. I'm using it. Okay, here see the name, what we are doing this one, the same name if you want to give, you can give here. Suppose here I'm changing this my name. Okay, so right click here and rename. I'm giving animate, character opacity. Suppose this is my name. If you want, you can give, or otherwise just simply leave it. Okay, then what you have to do, there is a position. Okay, the position value right now it is in default, it's not showing any number. So here give suppose the 50 I'm giving, this is my 50, and the find here there is a opacity. Okay, in the opacity, what I'll do, the opacity I'm keeping this 0 because it is my the first frame, it is at. Okay, then what I'll do, select the range selector. Here find the range selector. Here it is range selector. In this range selector, suppose select the offset and use this watch, stopwatch. Okay, click on that stopwatch, and at the first frame it is already added the key pose. The value here it is showing the 0 and changes to 1 second or 2 second. 2. Yes, at this area I'm changing this to suppose 100. Type this 100 and enter. So it is added the keyframe. Okay, so then if you move this one, if you animate this one, keep this work area up to here. Now move this one. See, it is giving beautifully the character by character animation, right? So because here we have some options are there here, and suppose here in advanced, okay, the unit showing in the percentage, and based on is moving in the characters, or suppose you can change this to the words. Now click this one, the word by word text in After Effects, right? Otherwise change this to based on characters excluding spaces. Now see this one, excluding spaces, and suppose you can change this to lines. Just like a lines, and suppose it is the characters, right? Characters excluding spaces, suppose. You can change this to characters only, it is looking nice. Okay, and the shape here, it is based on present, it is moving based on square. Keep this in a ramp up method. Now see, it's a ramp up. Now change this to ramp down, right? So change this to triangle, right? Change this key pose to here, make it big, faster, fantastic, right? And now change this to a round, beautiful. Now change this to smooth, okay, and better you can keep this in the square. Nice. The smoothness is 100%, right? And if you want give ease high values or ease low values, right? And here there are randomized order, suppose randomized order of, and on the randomized order, now see, this is the order is changed, the order has been changed, right? And random seed, suppose give here, suppose Control Z, give here, and suppose at the key pose here. Now see, based on your given indications, it is been changing, right? Beautiful. Text animation is happening. Okay, this is purely based on animator button you have created. In the next class, I will explain another method.